Yo, what is up, guys? It's Gamerverse back again doing another video for you guys today. So today, as you can see, we are reviewing What Remains of Edith Finch. And yeah, so without further ado, man, I'm just gonna get into it. Edith Finch. Give you guys a bunch of topics. Okay, not a bunch, but probably like a few. Don't want to overwhelm you or anything because this game is a very emotional type of game, and it relies on storytelling a lot and not gameplay. So I don't want to give you too much information because this game is just meant to be experienced in a way where you absorb the story. So with that in mind, let's jump into our first topic, which is the story and the narrative. I'll give you guys an overview of the plot. So the story is you are this person that comes to a family inherited home, and you discover there is a lot of things that you did not know about your family's history, and then you do end up actually discovering more than you thought you would. And there's a lot of themes involved. There's death, there is family, and there is legacy. And the story is told through Edith's perspective. Edith is a member of the family, and the family, the family just went through so much, and it's very very emotional, so to say. But it is powerful also because you get to see what this curse is, because apparently there's like a curse in the house or something, and you get to experience that. So yeah, just so you guys know, this game actually came out back in 2017 for PS4, PC, and Xbox One, but then the game released for PS5 and Xbox Series X in 2022. So the game got kind of like an update. I just thought I'd let you guys know about that. But that's it for story and narrative. Like I said, it's a very emotional driven game, and it's about Edith and her family, and you get to uncover what's going on in the family. So yeah, take it that. But I must just say the story is very very intriguing, and it kept me intrigued for throughout the game. And the game is like what, 4 hours long, 3 hours, 4 hours long. There's a lot of Easter eggs as well, so if you want to discover everything, you'll probably be playing for like 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. So it's a short game, it's a bite-sized game, but it has so much power in it, and it holds so much power, so that's really interesting. Next, let's talk about the gameplay. So the gameplay, there is mechanics, where it's basically just walking. So it's unique because every experience in the game is tied to the family member's story and the immersion and the pacing of the gameplay. So it's basically a walking simulator with elements of puzzle solving, not really hard puzzles. It's guided puzzles basically. So you're never really scratching your head when you're playing this one. So that's really cool. Okay, that's it for gameplay. Let's talk about the visuals and the art style. So the art style and the visuals is really cool. This game looks really nice for a 2017 game. I was able to play the game on ultra settings with the highest resolution, and I received 60 frames per second. Very very beautiful game, and it looks so amazing, as you guys can see on screen. The visuals are really nice, and playing it on PS5 or PC, you can really see the power of the game in the visuals. It's very unique in its art style, and I feel like that enhances the storytelling so much. Next, let's talk about the sound design, the impact of the sound design, okay, and the music. Obviously, so much effectiveness in the.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Soundtrack of the game and how it creates emotional weight. The voice acting quality is good as well, and the impact of that really affects the gameplay and how you feel throughout the gameplay. So I would say the sound design is really good, and the music was chosen very well, especially in those parts where you uncover these things and you get into the meat of the game and discover everything like that. Okay, so let's get into the technical performance, like the performance. How does it run on modern hardware such as my GTX 1660 Ti or even newer GPUs? It ran very well on my GTX 1660 Ti. I was able to run the game on ultra settings, getting 60 frames per second. In fact, getting over 60 frames per second, but I just decided to put my VSync on because I like a steady 60 frames per second. Even if a game runs more than that, I just like to keep my frames capped at 60. But you're welcome to turn off VSync and run the game with more than 60 frames if you can. So the graphic settings and the optimization is really well done. It's very well optimized. There was no bugs, no crashes, no technical issues at all. The game ran very, very well. So on the performance side, the game runs very well, and I'm sure it does on PS5 and all consoles as well. So, yeah. Next, let's talk about the replayability. Is the game replayable? Um, it might be worth a second playthrough for newer details, or maybe like emotional resonance. If you just feel like getting into the game again, if you want to, getting into like the story again and the impact of the experience, it should be worth a second replay. Compared to like other modern narrative games, this one might just be worth that second playthrough again. So yeah, that's it for replayability. Next, I just want to give my verdict, my final thoughts on its strengths and weaknesses, whether the game is really worth your play in 2025. I'm gonna say this: the game is very narrative driven, and it relies a lot on the story. So if you really like a good story, this game is definitely for you, which I really do love. I do love story games a lot, and I lean more on playing games with a good story most of the time. And yeah, this game just does that very flawlessly. In being a first person walking simulator type of game, it really nails its genre and does very well in that regard. So like I said, if you're a big fan of story games, definitely give this one a try. What Remains of Edith Finch really is a good story, and I'm sure you will really love your gameplay. And if you do care about points, I will give this one an 8 out of 9 on the score. And if you don't agree with that, feel free to tell me in the comment section. And even if you do agree, please like this video, and thanks so much for checking out this review of What Remains of Edith Finch on PC in 2025. And I hope you have a really good day further. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Gamerverse, and I'll see you guys again in another video.